guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be doing a first month update with Larsey. So we have officially had Larsey for a full month and she is 12 weeks old now. If you have not seen any other videos with her, I have a whole playlist called Life with Larsey that I will link down below. So this sweet little angel, we went and got on December 7th when she was exactly 7 weeks old. And she was the cutest, sweetest little thing in the whole world. She was the second biggest in her litter and she was the darkest puppy that they had. We were so in love with her from the moment that we saw her. We brought her home and overall she's been really good. I really don't have any major complaints with her. We always had dogs growing up, and I mean, I've always loved dogs. I've been a dog person forever, but I never knew that you could love a little ball of fur as much as I love her. Like, I loved my dogs growing up, but when it's your own dog and you have to take care of it and you have to pay for it and do everything, it's so much different, and I wouldn't trade her for the entire world. So when we first brought her home, the first night was really rough. She cried the entire time. Same thing with the second night. We didn't get much sleep at all. So what I ended up doing is I bought a snuggle puppy that has a heartbeat in it to mimic the heartbeat of like another pet so that she doesn't think that she's alone. She's used to sleeping with her brothers and sisters. And there's also heat packs if you want to put the heat packs in it. That seemed to help a lot with her at first, to sleep a little bit more through the night. She still was waking up a couple times, but at least she wasn't crying the entire time. The first day that we got her, she was really chill, really calm. Next couple of days, she wasn't really too crazy. I think it was like the third or fourth day we really started to see more of her personality. I think she started to get more comfortable with our house and with us. Even when she's crazy, she's not really that crazy, but compared to her when she's really good, she can be a little wild. So one thing that I never expected is when we first got her and she was crying a lot all night was when I would go to work the next day, I swear I would hear her crying while I was at work. Like, I know she wasn't crying, like I know I couldn't hear her, but I swear just randomly I would keep hearing her cry. And my husband said that he was noticing the same thing, and I was like, is this what happens to new moms? They have a newborn, they just feel like their baby's always crying even though they know that they are not hearing their baby cry. I also just think about her 24/7, wondering what she's doing. I just could never get her off of my mind. First couple of days that we had her, she had our full attention the entire time. One thing that I did not expect is that she sleeps way more than I thought she would. I didn't realize how much puppies slept. So we'd play with her, and then she'd sleep, and then we're looking at each other like, okay, well, what do we do now? One thing that we also did right away whenever we got her is we got a sounds app. So my husband downloaded this app with like all these different kind of sounds, different animals, different noises for like the ambulance, a cop, a fire alarm, fireworks, anything in the world that she might be able to hear that would make her scared. So that way she was introduced to it early, and hopefully that would prevent her from getting really upset when she hears those noises in real life. So every couple of days we would open the sounds app and just go through the different sounds again with her, and the more we did it with her, the less she really reacted to things. We could tell she was getting a lot more comfortable instead of getting startled every single time she heard a cat meow. So our daily schedule is usually she wakes up around 5:30 in the morning, she eats at 6, then she will have lunch at 11:30, and then she has dinner at 6 o'clock at night. We usually put up her bowls if she hasn't finished everything by 8 o'clock, just so that way she's not up a million times because she ate right before bed. Usually she's pretty good about finishing it though. We usually go to bed around 9:30, and she knows when it's bedtime. She's gone and sat by our bedroom door a couple times when we haven't let her in to go into her crate because she knows it's bedtime, and we open the door, she goes right in, she lays down because she wants to go to bed. We also have trick time with her every single day. We probably spend a good half hour, if not more, going through tricks with her, just making sure that she's remembering everything that we've taught her so far, and we're going through some new tricks and slowly introducing them to her. She's known how to do the basics probably since like day 3 or 4. She's caught on to tricks really fast. And as far as the potty training goes, she's really good. I think she's probably had, I want to say 7 accidents total since we got her, and she always lets us know when she has to go potty. Probably since week 2.5 or 3, she would go to the door every single time she had to go potty. We are trying to bell train her. I do have a smart bell, so it's just a little white button that she pushes and it sounds like a doorbell. That way, if we're not watching her or upstairs, when she's older, she's not sitting at the door for 20 minutes waiting for us to let her out. We'll be able to hear it all throughout the house. She's hit it a couple times, but she's not really good at going and hitting the bell. She usually goes to the door and scratches at the door, or she makes some noise with the blinds so that way we hear her. And then when we go outside, she's really good. Ever since we brought her home, about as soon as we go outside, she finds her spot, does her business, and she's good. When we first got her, she would come into our laps whenever we were done. She'd like come over and either put her head between our feet or she'd lay down at our feet. But now that she's comfortable going up the stairs, she will just immediately run up to the stairs whenever she's done because she's ready to go back inside. She loves bringing in leaves, a stick, piece of bark, anything that she can find into the house every single time we take her out. Little Miss Sneaky Pants on her way to the steps. You'll see her just take little pit stops and she'll try to find things to pick up, and then when we get to the door, we always open up her mouth and check her mouth and make sure she doesn't have anything in there, which usually she does, and then we have to take it out so that way she doesn't bring a bunch of leaves and sticks and who knows what else in here. When we first got her, I didn't weigh her, but I would assume like probably 5-6 pounds, and now she weighs, I just weighed her a few days ago and she was 16, so she's probably 17 pounds. And I looked up the average weight chart for a golden retriever females, and she is right on track for the average weight for a female for her age. She loves sleeping on her back, speaking of which. Come here. She loves being cradled like a little baby. Don't you? And she also loves looking at herself in the mirror. She'll sit there and she'll just like growl at herself. Every single time I take a bath, she's like trying to get into the bathtub with me. Anytime that you're in the shower, she's licking your leg, licking your arm, anything at all that she can find. She's had 2 baths and she doesn't hate it, but doesn't necessarily, I think, really love it. But she does okay with it. Usually after dinner, we will do trick time, and then after she goes potty, we will do our nightly routine. So every Sunday, she gets a special treat to help clean her teeth and freshen her breath. And then every night we will brush her teeth. She has these special toothbrushes that I use. She brushes her teeth every single night, and we brush her hair every single night, so that way she gets more used to it as she gets older. And we've done that ever since we brought her home. We also made sure that we would take time to play with her paws. That way when we clip her nails, she doesn't really put up a big fight. She just lets us do it. She doesn't really care. She has the worst timing ever for potty. I swear, every single time we are going to eat and we sit down to start eating, she goes right to the door and has to go potty. When she gets yelled at, she always pouts. She will either like come sit between your legs and lay up in your lap, or she'll go and she'll lay somewhere and then she'll just like give you little puppy eyes, look at you because she's sad that she had to get yelled at. But we don't usually have to yell at her too much. Having a puppy is way easier than I was expecting it to be. Not saying that it's easy, but it's not what I was expecting, and I think a lot of it is because I was expecting her to be like a tornado 24/7. I'm sure she'll get that way as she gets older, but I was not expecting them to be so chill so often. I mean, she will get little spurts where she'll just like run around in circles, but it doesn't last very long. She's usually really chill like this. But one thing I did not expect is that it's so hard to get things done with her because she always wants your attention, or you always have to be watching her. So for me to work on YouTube or get things done around the house, she always wants to be with me 24/7, which is fine, but all the free time that I had before does not exist. She's gone on quite a few car rides. She's been in the car for a few hours at a time, and she does really good with that. Whenever we get in the car, she will lay down immediately, and the only time she's really bad is if she has to go potty. So I told my husband that we need to buy a bumper sticker that says I'm only speeding because my puppy needs to poop. And it's so true, because when she has to go potty, she will get insane. She'll start licking the wall. She'll start climbing over your head, trying to get in the back seat. She's very picky about her food. So usually she won't eat all of her food at one time. She'll eat half of it and then go back and eat the other half. Once she's had the half of the bowl that's closest to her, she won't reach towards the back of the bowl to eat the rest. So we have to tip it forward so that way it's closer to her again and she'll start eating it. She's not really crazy about biting, and when she does bite, we always redirect her so that way she knows what she can and can't bite on and what she can and can't chew on. She doesn't really try to chew on furniture or anything. I think she's tried to chew on the couch maybe one time for like 2 seconds. She definitely has her favorite toys, and it's interesting because her favorite toys that she had when we first got her versus now are a little bit different. Toys that she didn't care about when we first got her, now she loves. She's so precious. So I'm gonna do a little bit of trick time so that way we can document the tricks that she knows as of right now. We did get some bitter apple spray that we had to spray on the Christmas tree and a few random things that she would like to bite on. Okay, you ready, baby? Sit. Good girl. Shake. Good girl. Lay down. Good girl. Her claws are so sharp. I have literally so many scratches all over my arms from her, and I just clipped her nails yesterday. Larsey, sit. Down. Crawl. Good girl. Okay, up. Good girl. Hug. Good girl. Sit. Down. Roll over. Good girl. That was even over my leg. Spin. Good girl. Spin. Good girl. Up. Good girl. Back. 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 Good girl. We just started the back, so she's still perfecting that. Sit. Stay. 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 Easy. Good girl. Sit. Stay. 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 Come. Easy. Good girl. Sit. Down. Stay. 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 Come. Come. Good girl. We usually can go farther with her, but just because I'm going to get out of the frame, I'm just doing short distances with her. So she can sit, shake, lay down, crawl, spin, roll over, back up kind of, and then she's good at staying. And she can also hug. Hug. Good girl. I love when she wraps her paws around your arm. It's the cutest thing in the whole world. And I love how, like, no matter how crappy her day was, she's always so happy. She gets so excited when we come home, and just seeing her cute little face and how happy she is, it's like nothing else really matters. Like, even when you're upset with things, she just makes you forget all about it, and I love that about her. All right, let's do fetch, baby. Show them how you do fetch. Ready? Go get it. Good girl. Come on, bring it back. Good girl. Good girl. Drop it. Good girl. Ready? 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 Go get it. Come on. Good girl. She's gone through 2 harnesses now. Her first harness was the exact same thing as this. It was an extra small. And I didn't realize that this back part is supposed to hook in to this little strap until my best friend came over last week and was like, hey, do you know what's supposed to strap back there? I didn't know. No one ever said anything, especially when we went to the vet. And whenever I tried to do it last time, it was too tight and it kept rubbing right here, so I just left it unhooked. But with this one, it's actually a little bit big for her. This is a medium. She was in between a small and a medium, so I just got a medium because I know she's going to grow into it. And this one doesn't rub, so that's why I left it hooked like this. But she's not really, I mean, she pulls when she's outside, but she doesn't really choke herself pull. We're working on her walking with us. We still haven't gone on an actual official walk yet because the weather's been so crappy. We don't really have any sidewalks anywhere super close for us to be able to just take her out and walk. She loves people. She loves attention. If other people are outside and she's supposed to be going potty, she's like completely distracted. At first, anytime a car would go by, she was completely distracted, but now she's a lot better. Larsey! Good girl! She learned her name, I'd say probably within a week. I kept calling her princess and baby girl, and then I was like, I have to stop calling her that because she has to learn her name first and she's going to think that that's her name. So we had our first Christmas together. That was our first holiday. We had so much fun on Christmas. She opened up all of her presents on her own, and we have a whole video of that. And then for New Year's, she stayed up, I think till like 10:30, which is actually pretty late for her, and we got her a new lamb with 5 squeakers in it. She loves it, and she fell asleep with it in her mouth on New Year's Eve. It was so sweet. She had her first with us. It was her 3rd vet visit. She loved all the attention. She did really good. She got some of her shots. She got her flea medication. She got her heartworm medication. She's so much fun. She's so sweet. We just love her so much. Now she loves her crate. We are crate training her. At first, like I said, she hated it, but now she loves her crate. Like, that's her sanctuary. She has gotten so big. It's crazy. Because you see her every day, you don't really realize how big they get. And then when I compare those photos, it's insane. And I know she's just going to keep getting bigger. And it makes me so sad I always am like, Larsey, why are legs so long? Why are you so big? Ugh, Mama gets so sad when you get big, huh? Mama gets so sad. I love being able to cradle her like a baby, and you can pick her up with one arm, and I know I'm not always going to be able to do that. She's starting to get the fanning out on her paws and the back of her legs and her tail to know like that she's, you know, golden retriever. Before she didn't have any of that. Her hair's also gotten a little bit more wavy. Come here. She loves belly rubs. Come here. I love you. I love you. She has 5 outfits. I love dressing her up, and she doesn't really care. She doesn't really mind it. Ooh. Keep dropping your bone, girlfriend. So this is my baby girl who keeps dropping her bone. Today is January 12th. Princess is 12 weeks old, and this is how big she is. She's just the cutest little thing in the whole world. Say hi! So that is her 1 month update. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. I'm going to really enjoy watching this back as she gets older. First month with a puppy, I would say so far so good. She has her moments, but overall, like I said, it's easier than I thought that it would be. She's a really good girl. If you want to see more of her, like I said, I will leave the playlist to her other videos down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on the video. If you want to see more videos of Larsey, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you have any suggestions, anything that you want to see in particular, please let me know down in the comment section. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!